All right, we're 10 days into this thing. Gotta get more beers. Down dog in the plank. So I don't know if anybody was watching yesterday, but I skipped squats. And I'm really upset. I didn't mean to skip squats, but I did. I did squat in the morning when I was lifting that day, but I'm supposed to do squats. That's that. So I decided that I'm gonna do an extra set of mountain climbers at the end every day now to remind me, don't forget, because each time I forget, it's gonna be an extra set of mountain climbers at the end. But we're adding a set of mountain climbers at the end now. If you've ever taken the easy way out or forgot something, you should do them too. Help you remember. Don't take the easy way out. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do the mountain climbers, but then this morning, I went out to run. I run every morning at like 6:30 in the morning. Trying to catch the sunrise, it's beautiful. Well, I went out this morning, I opened the door, it's freezing cold. Raining. I didn't even open my screen door. I'd opened the front door, looked, and I just closed the door right back up. I was like, no, I'm not going out there. I was like, oh, I'll go out there, catch pneumonia, man. I can't go out there. It's crazy. Because I caught pneumonia before. But it was like November, December time in the rain, and I was outside working for 8 hours. But to be honest, like I was malnourished. Like I was living off of macaronis and cheese, Mountain Dew and vodka. Like that was my entire diet. Mountain Dew, vodka, macaronis and cheese. And I smoked a pack of cigarettes a day, at that time. So no wonder I got pneumonia. I'm lucky I survived. But I spent like 8 hours out in the rain building a pool with somebody, soaking wet in the cold, but all malnourished. And of course I got pneumonia. This is not that. This is a half an hour, 40-minute run. I'm pretty healthy. So I decided, all right, I'm still going to get this run. World champions, they run. They don't skip the run. So I popped an extra. I take normal vitamins and stuff. Like I take vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, selenium, chromium, good stuff. But I figured, all right, just to be safe, I'll take one of my kids' multivitamins too, a little chewable gummy, Winston gummy or whatever. So I took one of them. I put on my sweatsuit, my sauna suit, because that's waterproof. I was like, all right, the rain won't be any problem for me today. I went out and ran. When I was running, I had a fun thought. I'm always talking about the universe and stuff. I'm always thinking about it. And I started thinking, like, me trying to figure out the universe would be like trying to explain how a TV works to a dog. Like, just if you had a dog and you did everything you could to teach your dog how the TV works. That's probably about what it would be like to figure out how the universe works. I don't think you could do it because the dog doesn't even know English. It doesn't even know the language. It can see the TV. The dog can see like other dogs on the TV, like a lady dog on TV. Think like, that's pretty cool. Something I can get behind there. See other, dogs working together, chasing down a deer or something, eating a deer. Probably thinks that's pretty cool. But he doesn't know anything about circuitry or pixels or, broadcast radio waves and stuff like that. Like, there's no way you could explain it to him. And there's probably mysterious things about the universe that we don't understand, that we don't even have the language to describe, you know? I would expect there to be. But I did my run. The rain let up a little bit. I didn't get to see my sunrise. I love the sunrise. It's motivating in some kind of way. You used to think it was a sunrise. The only sunrises that mattered were the sunrises, like at the beach over the ocean or something. I used to think, like, you know, if you're at the beach, you gotta catch a sunrise over the ocean. But that's probably because I never really saw too many sunrises. Never really got up, you know, at 6 a.m. to catch a sunrise before. Sunrises over the mountains and stuff are equally as beautiful as sunrises over the ocean. You know, all sunrises matter. Plow reps. Yeah, we're not gonna miss those squats today. Right after the Sphinx pose, get some squats. I've been sort of thinking about this idea, like, if I was president, what would be my big project for the nation, right, as a president? Like, even Trump tried to have the wall. John F. Kennedy wanted to go to the moon. Eisenhower did I think it was Eisenhower did like the entire highway system, like the entire interstate highway system. Before that, it was just like dirt roads and random nonsense. I think he wanted to mobilize the army in case, like, the main reason for building the highway system is to be able to move the military very quickly or something like that. Yeah, but even like Abraham Lincoln did like slavery stuff, and I think he also did the railroad. So presidents have projects. Yeah. And if I was president, I would have a project too. There's some presidents don't have projects, like, not like that. Like the guy who built the Panama Canal. I don't even remember who did that. But presidents have projects. If I was president, I'd have a project too. And I know what it would be. It would be an interstate bicycle system, but not bicycles. Like little vehicles. All right, push-ups. Oh, wow. 105. 105. So if I was president, I would build a huge, basically 1-to-1 equal. Now, it would be tough. It was tough to go to the moon too, you know. But 1-to-1 equal system of roads to bicycles. Hip thrust. That way, you know, the problem with walking or running is that like 80% or 90% or some really high percentage of your energy is used just to lift you up, not to propel you forward. And that's why cars, well, bicycles, you know, majority of your energy is used to propel you forward. That's why the average person, you know, can maybe run like 10 miles an hour, but easily bicycle 20 miles an hour, you know, and running 10 miles an hour, you know, that's pretty much max effort, unless you really train to run, you know. But like the fastest marathon in the world is just about 2 hours, and marathon is 26.2 miles. So even like the most highly trained runners in the world can like barely run 13 miles an hour for 2 hours straight. You could easily bicycle. You could probably keep a 26 mile double that speed, you know, untrained, you know, for 2 hours straight. It's not that bad. Because so much more of the energy is used to propel you forward versus up. Like every time you take a step, you have to step up. So I think, and then cars, like, I think like 20% of the energy from the gasoline in the car, I think it's like 20% is actually used to propel the car forward. And the rest is like wasted in heat energy in the engine and, you know, speaker systems and stuff. So, not just bicycles, because when I was a kid, I wrecked my bicycle so often. I'll never forget the one. Well, it was always like, I'd be going down a hill super fast, and there'd be like a twig on the road or something, and I'd hit it. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or didn't think it would do any damage or whatever, but I'd hit it and I'd flip. And I did this a bunch of times. And one time, it ripped open my knee real good. I still have a scar. But I remember being on the bus with my buddy Nate. I was like 8 or 10 or something. I was on the bus with my buddy Nate, and it was healing, but it was such a big like scar or scab or whatever. I could like lift up like a $50 sized area of skin, and it looked like pudding flowing like through my knee. I don't even know what we were seeing. But Nate thought it was pretty cool. 15 seconds. But you see those bicycles, the recumbent bicycles or whatever, where the guys sit back, and there's still bicycles like on 2 wheels, you gotta balance. Why not just give them 4 wheels, you know? It's probably way like more safe, like probably 80% safer or something, you know? Like it's probably like way more safe to just have 4 wheels and not have to balance, you know, from side to side. There's so much. Do this. So if we built an interstate system, well, we use like carbon fiber and aluminum and stuff like that, and build these super lightweight bikes, way geared out so that anybody can pedal them, and then build an interstate bicycle highway system. If I was president, that would be the national project. Then, think about like national projects before. Like John F. Kennedy's national project, some people say was like because we were in the Cold War with Russia or whatever. So we have to have like some sort of a war to do a national project, I guess. Well, we just finished up the war on drugs. I guess we lost that because the UN might be voting to legalize marijuana today or something, and Oregon legalized all drugs. Drugs become pretty widely accepted. So fine, just be done with the war on drugs. Let's do like a war on obesity. Because when I was in school, we didn't learn anything about like calories. We learned about the food pyramid, which turns out was, highly manipulated by different lobbies for wheat farmers and dairy farmers and stuff like that. I guess just doctors with, incomplete studies and information because they got to do the science. But it was that in school, all we learned about nutrition was the food pyramid, which turns out wasn't even really that good of advice in the first place. So, if we declared like a war on obesity, then we could be like, all right, and the major project is going to be this bike thing, right? So let's say that everybody gets one of these little carbon fiber bikes, maybe 2 passengers, something like that thing. The passenger can help pedal, maybe some seats in the back too, I guess, like for kids or something, or passenger to help you pedal. Or, a little single one, just for like one person, no passengers, whatever. Let's just say that people can get moving at 20 miles per hour pretty comfortably in these things. So if you drive to work, like I drive about an hour to get to my gym here. It's about 30 miles. So let's say instead of driving 60 miles an hour the whole way to get here, well, I guess I don't drive 60 miles an hour, it's 30 miles. Let's just say it takes me an hour to get here. I know it's 30 miles, but it takes me an hour to get here. So I guess I'm driving an average of 30 miles an hour to get here. It kind of sucks. But let's just say that everything takes 3 times as long, right? So it takes me 3 hours to get here. That's pretty long. But why would it? It's 30 miles. I could probably pedal a bike 30 miles an hour for an hour to get here. So it really shouldn't even take me any longer to get here. And I drive pretty far. Most people don't even drive as far as I drive. But imagine how much healthier everybody would be if, they got an extra hour of cardio in per day. Half an hour to work, half an hour home, half an hour to the store and back or whatever. All right, I went out of order there. I was supposed to do these. That's all right. It's not cheating, I just went out of order. Maybe I'll like this order better. Maybe I'll perform better on these. Maybe that's a good idea. I think most people would be happy to have like a little transportation vehicle or whatever, self-propelled like that. I think if you ask most people, they'd probably say they'd be happy to travel that way. But the project would pay for itself in cutting back healthcare costs. Everybody would be exercising a little bit more. They'd be healthier. They'd be happier. In better shape. It would pay for itself. But when I see people riding their bicycles on the road, it makes me really mad. Like, they shouldn't be on the road. It's dangerous for everybody, but they should have their own road. That's what I'd like to see, but they should not be on my road. I run along the road. Running's a little bit different than being on a bike. Like, I jump in the grass every day when a car's passing me. Every day at some point I have to jump over into the grass because I don't trust that car. You know, you can't jump in the grass from your bicycle. You're not just gonna abandon ship, leap into the grass every time a car passes. I don't know if it's good or not that the UN wants to legalize pot. Yes, I've smoked pot, but I don't smoke right now. And really, when the lockdown started, I was smoking before the lockdown started. And then they're like, oh, hey, you know, this disease is gonna kill everybody. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be smoking pot right now. So I started eating edibles. And then I started freaking out. Like, where I would be like, my hands would be shaking and shit, and I'd be afraid that the universe is about to collapse or something. I'd be like, all right, maybe I just shouldn't get high for a little while. And that's what happens when you concentrate it. That's what happens when you concentrate it into the edibles. Freak the fuck out because it's totally different that way. All right, now we're squats. But it's definitely, I don't know, I don't think it's so bad. But you don't need people freaking out all over the place either. Squats. 91. I can't believe I skipped that yesterday. It's like a sweet fire burn. I don't know why I would skip that. We'll make up for it today though. 92 bodyweight squats. This is the good thing about like smoking pot though, is that it allows you to kind of think about things differently. But then what happens is you forget how to think about things normally if you do it too often. So you certainly need to balance yourself with it. You can't just constantly be high. And a lot of people, if you legalized it, would just constantly be high. So maybe it's kind of good that it's illegal so that it keeps people in check with how much they do it. That's no way of doing things. But it's kind of the best thing that we got for now, I guess. I don't know. And then you get people going to jail for stupid shit, though. They spending their entire life in jail because they had 5 pot plants growing or something. That's not good. But those edibles are no good at all. That's freak out city. And buying pot from a drug dealer is no good because they can. I've bought pot from a drug dealer before that put shit in it I didn't even know about. That's the worst. That's worse than anything. I've had terrible times on that. It should probably be legalized, and people just need to get their shit together and know how to control themselves. Like, you wouldn't make alcohol illegal just because somebody could be an alcoholic. Elbow plank. You've been following along with my breakfast smoothie problem, bananas and prunes. I just cut them both out. No bananas, no prunes. Just the lemon, the carrots, the protein. I cut out the fat, the grass-fed butter, and the coconut oil. Throw that in later in the day. I need to cut my calories a little bit. Like less than 3 weeks out from the World Championship, I need to drop about 4 or 5 pounds. So I need to cut down to like 3,500 calories a day. Should be alright. I do have figs though in my pre-training smoothie. Like I have a breakfast smoothie and eggs, and then I go for a run and or lift depending on what day it is. And then I have a pre-training, pre-jiu-jitsu smoothie, and that has figs in it. Those are pretty good. Apparently figs though have like they have a bee in them. Like if you have a fig, then you must have a bee because that's how they get pollinated. Like they eat a bee. So I eat figs every day before I train. And I put some baking soda in there too. That's supposed to be good for you. Help you train. Lower your lactic acid threshold or whatever. Make you be able to train a little bit harder. Can't use too much though, because like definitely less than 5 grams, because it can be like super toxic. It doesn't have to be if you use the right amount. You wouldn't, yeah. So yeah, no bananas or prunes. Fuck prunes. Bananas, I'm taking a break. Put my coconut oil in my pre-training smoothie. Put my grass-fed butter in my post-training smoothie. I'm doing coffee beans, cacao powder, a little bit more baking soda, protein powder, molasses in the pre-training and the post-training. Molasses is loaded with it's got iron and potassium real high in those. And some sugars and stuff to train and recover. Decided not to stay with my buddy Tim down in Florida. I'm gonna get a hotel near the arena. There was like some Black Friday specials or something.
Costs like $150, not even like $140 more to get a hotel with a rental car and flight. It costs like $140 more to do that rather than just stay at my buddy's house. But my buddy was like an hour away from the arena, and there's toll roads and lots of driving involved and stuff, so I figured it'd probably equal out. The only thing is the place doesn't have a kitchen, so I'm gonna buy a toaster oven when I get down there. They're like less than 20 bucks. And that's how I make steaks. Yoga abs. Seconds. Mountain climbers being a bitch. Oh, I fucking hate mountain climbers. Minute. Oh, 25. All right, quick set. All right.